February of 2011. I was jumping back and forth between World at War and Call of Duty 4, specifically the Wii port, known as Modern Warfare Reflex Edition. Whenever I think about this game, I'm instantly teleported back to my childhood game room. I was sitting in this hard wooden kitchen chair that would actively start to hurt your butt if you sat in it for too long. But I didn't care. I was completely glued to the screen, navigating that pitch black safe house to rescue Nikolai. From the very first mission, the campaign was an absolute blast start to finish. It introduced us to legendary icons like Soap and Captain Price, and to this day, All Gillied Up remains my absolute favorite mission in the entire franchise of Call of Duty. What's funny is I remember finishing the story and being completely devastated because I thought Captain Price actually died on that bridge. Only to find out later he survived. The second the credits rolled, I dove straight into the multiplayer. When I jumped into online lobbies, I started to notice something. Call of Duty 4 actually looked better than Black Ops 1 on the Wii did. Maybe the Call of Duty 4 engine was more optimized. Who knows? The multiplayer was classic and simple. No bloated weapon tuning or overcomplicated mechanics, just pure gunplay on legendary maps like Countdown, Crash, Vacant, and the absolute chaos of Shipment. The weapons felt incredible too. The P90 was always my favorite go-to weapon, and I also loved the high mobility rush of the MP5. One of the coolest things in Call of Duty 4 was getting to level 55 and unlocking the iconic Gold Desert Eagle. I always thought it looked so majestic. There's this bizarre ongoing coincidence with my history on Call of Duty 4. On the Wii version, I ended my grind right at First Prestige. Years later, when I bought the game on 360, I stopped at the same exact First Prestige. And then when Modern Warfare Remastered version dropped on the Xbox One, yep, First Prestige. I don't know if it's a glitch in the simulation or just a weird subconscious habit, but I always seem to stop at First Prestige. While I absolutely love Call of Duty 4, I've always been a bigger fan of Treyarch's games. But Infinity Ward captured lightning in a bottle with some of these map atmospheres. Take the map Bloc for instance. Most people in the community absolutely hated the layout because it was a giant playground for campers. But I kinda liked it. It had this eerie, completely quiet, abandoned Soviet atmosphere where the only sound you'd hear for stretches was the echoing crack of a distant sniper rifle. It's pure, unfiltered 2011 nostalgia for me. I played this game a lot, but because I had already started my journey on World at War, I eventually migrated back to the World War II trenches and didn't return to the modern era frequently after that. By December of 2011, I finally got my Xbox 360 for Christmas, and in early 2012, I went straight into GameStop and bought Call of Duty 4 again, and had an absolute blast. My muscle memory from those motion-controlled Wii days stayed with me for years. Flash forward to 2017 when the Modern Warfare Remastered multiplayer was in full swing. I used those exact same rushing lanes I learned in my childhood room to drop a flawless 25 kill streak on the next-gen servers. Overall, Call of Duty 4 is a legendary title. It completely revolutionized the first-person shooter landscape and laid the foundational blueprint for modern multiplayer gaming. And despite the game running on inferior hardware, the Nintendo Wii version was something genuinely special. It was a technical miracle that gave thousands of kids like me a frontline seat to peak gaming history. Drop a comment down below. What was your favorite weapon to run back then in Modern Warfare? I'll see you next time.